I really like to do data, facts, and dates. So let's have some. 7 months ago, there was a different president in the White House. Let's be clear. The challenges Californians face are the same ones they are now. But then, back then, 7 months ago, the average cost of a home in this state was $825,000. One in every 5 Californian right now can't afford their utility bills. Recent college graduates were drowning in student loan debt, and small businesses were shuttering at an alarming rate. The fact of the matter is this: the common denominator in all of this isn't who sits in the White House. It's the priorities.
Excuse
of
me,
the
Assemblymember
legislature.
Tangipa, just a moment. Assemblymember Harbidian, state your point of order.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Would ask the speakers to actually speak to the bill in front of us.
Thank you, Assemblymember Harbidian. Your point is well taken. Assemblymember Tangipa, please speak to the merits of this bill.
And we are here today debating a bill that does nothing to address housing affordability, utility rates, education, or small business survival. Instead, we're debating a bill that writes blank checks for an election that solves nothing, that was never asked by anybody. The Legislative Analysis Office and the Department of Finance, 2 offices that rarely agree on much, are in lockstep on one thing. Our state faces a structural deficit between $10 billion and $30 billion until 2028. We don't even know the final cost of this election. The analysis says it'll likely run in the hundreds of millions of dollars, when at a time when we're already in the red. And that's even before we even factor in the additional blank checks that are written by the Attorney General for an inevitable litigation that will truly follow. Colleagues, this bill and the manner in which it is being forced through the legislature is the exact opposite of fiscal responsibility. Again, as a business owner and a realtor, it usually takes around 21 days to perform due diligence when spending $500,000 on a home. I can't even get 21 minutes in a committee to perform due diligence, and we're debating on spending over $200 million? That's just financial insanity. This is a bill that would spend millions of dollars and affect 40 million Californians. Writing blank checks without due diligence is grossly negligent. Californians deserve more than 2 hearings, limited comments, and no answers. Rather than wasting hundreds of millions of dollars on a special election that nobody asked for, we have an opportunity to reevaluate our priorities. The money could be used to address very real and critical issues. Madera County, a rural county, the hospital is struggling to remain open. In that exact county, you cannot have a baby in it. And I represent them along with others. Colleagues, let's be honest. This bill is not about solving California's real problems. It's about political gamesmanship at the expense of 40 million people who are already stretched to their limits. Every dollar we throw at a vanity project is a dollar we steal from families who cannot afford groceries, from the 68 hospitals on the verge of closing its doors, from students buried in debt, and small businesses just trying to survive. If we pass this bill, we're not just writing blank checks, we're writing off the very people we elected to serve. Californians deserve leadership, not recklessness. They deserve solutions, not distractions. They deserve a legislature that treats their hard-earned tax dollars the same as they treat their own. I will not stand by and rubber stamp financial insanity. I urge you to join me in rejecting this wasteful, short-sighted, and hypocritical bill. When asked multiple times, how much does it cost? Can we allocate money? I was attacked over and over and over again. And if we want to use hypocrisy as an argument, then let's look at it. Let's look at the independent redistricting. Let's look at all of that. Let's bring up 1441 when it was. If you even read the bill, if you even read that partisan gerrymandering bill, you would realize that it's based off of the registration in that county gets the majority, and it also has written in that bill that the minority party doesn't even have to agree with it. That is structurally different than the Independent Redistricting Commission we have here. And it is a blatant lie, and you are trying to gaslight people that we are hypocritical. Let me do you one better, because I look at this so much.
30
There's
seconds.
another bill that was AB 2030 in 2022 that created the exact same thing. That was a partisan Citizens Redistricting Commission. I ask that you look at a nonpartisan, independent one, and you protect the sanctity of it, and you also prioritize the Californians' wallets, because they can't afford the BS. I urge a no.